The movie starts today with Sam, who has a mental disability and works at Starbucks. Sam is very dedicated to his job and loved by his colleagues. Even the regular customers all love him and treat him with respect. His colleague George tells him, "Sam, the hospital called you. You need to go there now." Sam went to the hospital to attend the birth of his daughter, and the nurse told him, "Come hold her hand." When Sam held Rebecca's hand, she pushed him away and refused to let him hold her hand. After a while, the doctor said, "Congratulations, you have a daughter. What will you name her?" Sam replied, "I will name her Lucy." After leaving the hospital, Sam carried his daughter Lucy and walked with Rebecca. But suddenly, she ran away from him after saying at the hospital, "This isn't my life. I didn't want children. I was just living with you because I had nowhere else to stay." Sam found himself alone with his infant daughter, needing to care for and raise her by himself. So he had to take her with him everywhere, to work, shopping, and everywhere he went. Sam had no experience with children, and his intelligence was limited, but he loved his daughter very much. Lucy was crying and screaming, and Sam didn't know how to handle it. When his neighbor Annie heard her crying, she called him to check on the baby. She told him, "Bring her over," and Annie helped him put the baby to sleep. She began teaching him and advising him on how to care for her, saying, "You need to feed her every 2 hours." Sam had friends from his special needs group. They visited him every Thursday and watched a movie together. But this time, when they visited, they weren't watching the movie. They were all happy about the baby, and everyone was taking care of her. Sam always carried his daughter Lucy with him to work, but he started facing problems because of having Lucy with him. So he went back to his neighbor Annie to help and keep her while he was at work. Time passed, and Lucy grew day by day. Like any child, she asked her father existential questions about things, and because Sam's intelligence was limited, he couldn't answer all her questions. Years passed, and Lucy turned 7. One day, she asked him, "Dad, do you think Mom will come back?" Sam didn't know how to respond, as if he wanted to tell her, "No, she won't come back." So she said, "Was it God's will for this to happen? Or was it an accident?" Sam didn't understand her and asked, "What do you mean?" She replied, "I mean that you are different." Sam still didn't understand and asked, "What do you mean?" Lucy told him, "I mean you're not like other fathers." Sam understood then and said, "I'm sorry," feeling embarrassed in front of his daughter. But the smart Lucy told him, "Don't be sorry. You're different from them because you're better than them. None of them take their daughter out every day like you do." Sam believed her and felt happy with her words, saying, "Yes, that's true." When he went to buy her school shoes, he took all his friends with him, and each one of them was picking shoes for her, but Lucy chose what she wanted by herself. When he went to pay the cashier, he didn't have enough money. So his friends each contributed what they had, and they bought the shoes for her. They left the store with balloons, all of them, not just Lucy. Sam's whole time was dedicated to work and Lucy. He spent on her until the last cent in his pocket. Sam was in pain because Lucy was without a mother. So he loved her very much and was very protective of her, trying to provide for all her needs. In Lucy's first year of school, Sam helped her study and read her books. Lucy was very smart and excelling in school, and with the start of her second school year, the school administration wanted to talk to Sam. They told him, honestly, "We're worried that as Lucy grows up, will you be able to take care of her? Your mental ability is equivalent to that of a 7-year-old. But Sam didn't understand anything. All he thought about was working harder with Lucy. When he started helping her study and reading her books, sometimes there were words he couldn't read. Sam felt sad about feeling incapable regarding his daughter's studies. But the smart Lucy, when she read in front of her father, she didn't read the words her father couldn't read and told him, "I can't read them." Later, when Lucy went out with her father, she found his mental disability a source of embarrassment for her. But she didn't show it because she loved him and knew how much he loved and cared for her. One day, Sam went to the school to surprise her and throw her a birthday party with his friends. They agreed with the kids to surprise Lucy when she entered the school's playroom. Margaret from the Child Services Department was there, watching what was happening. When Lucy entered, she said, "Hi, Dad," but a classmate told her, "You don't have to call him Dad." She said that he wasn't her real dad, and that he adopted her. Sam was shocked, and Lucy felt embarrassed and ran out of the school. Sam was arrested to be interrogated, and he was charged with causing trouble at the school. When the court found that he had a mental disability, they took Lucy away from him. The judge ruled that he could see Lucy twice a week. The judge told him, "You need to find a lawyer, or the court will appoint one for you." Sam's friends advised him to find a lawyer before the court appoints one for him. He looked through newspapers for the best law firms in the city. Sam went to the largest law firm in the city, to attorney Rita. He sat and told her everything that happened in detail since Lucy's birth. Attorney Rita was busy and understood his personality, so she told him honestly, "Mr. Sam, you won't be able to afford my fees." But Sam insisted and continued with the details of the case. The attorney told him, "Leave your number with the secretary. I know a friend, a lawyer who works on cases like this." While Sam was at work, he told a supervisor about a new coffee blend. The supervisor told him, "I promise we'll think about it." Sam got upset and said, "Always promises, promises. I want you to take action. I need to pay my lawyer." He went to the attorney at a party and offered her coffee, asking, "Did you talk to your lawyer friend for me?" The attorney tried to brush him off, telling him, "We lost contact with her." And when her colleague at the party asked her who that was, she said to her, "He's a case I'm handling for free out of goodwill." Her colleague was shocked, and the lawyer said to them, "By the way, I do a lot of good deeds, but they still know her and don't believe it," they sarcastically said. "Of course, you do a lot of good deeds." Sam goes to see his daughter, and even though he was over an hour late, she was waiting for him. Lucy told him, "Dad, I'm sorry for everything that happened. It was because of me. I don't want any other dad but you." He said to her, "No, it's not your fault." Don't say that all this while the specialists were listening to them and sympathizing with him. Sam then goes to the lawyer's office and tells her, "I spoke to your lawyer friend. I know I can't afford your fees as you told me. That's why I need someone to talk to her colleagues around her. We're listening." The lawyer felt embarrassed and quickly tried to correct it by saying, "Yes, that's what I told you, that I would be your lawyer for free." Sam couldn't believe what he heard and felt that he had won the case. The court then appoints a psychiatrist to write a report on Sam, so he goes to the meeting with the doctor. But he was nervous and didn't understand anything. The lawyer then tried to gather witnesses from his friends, but found them all from the special needs community, and their testimony wouldn't be strong in court. When the lawyer attended the first session with him, things were getting more difficult because of the psychiatrist's report on Sam, and when Sam went to see his daughter, Lucy asked the specialist to use the bathroom, and when she went in, she escaped and ran to Sam, telling, "Dad, Margaret let me out so we could be together." She left with her dad, and they spent the day together. It became a big problem for Sam with Margaret, the specialist, but the lawyer managed to solve the problem with her and saved him in the second session. His neighbor Annie came to testify. She said, "I'm afraid that Lucy will grow up away from her dad because he is the one who loves her the most and takes care of her dad, and he is capable of raising her, as evidenced by the fact that Lucy is now a smart and strong girl. He is the one who raised her, no one else." The lawyer over time began to sympathize with Sam and took his case seriously, and in the third and final session, the prosecutor said to him, "Your daughter is now happy living with the new family. If you truly love her, you should let her go." He then asked him many questions that Sam couldn't answer, all of the questions directed at him. In his breakdown, he told them, "I just love my daughter in the end." The court saw that Sam was not qualified to raise his daughter, and in the last visit with his daughter, he was completely broken and didn't want to let her go. Sam's life without his daughter was very hard on him, and he was alone all the time and didn't want to talk to anyone, even Lucy. While away, wasn't happy. The lawyer was trying to help him, and when she went to see him, he wasn't responding and didn't want to see her. She told him, "I tried as much as I could. There was nothing more I could do." Sam told her, "You don't know what it's like to keep trying and trying and trying, in the end achieve nothing." You'll never understand me. People like you were born perfect, but I was born like this and there's nothing I can do, no matter how hard I try. The lawyer, getting angry, told him, "Do you think my life is perfect? You don't know anything about me." And she was crying, telling him my husband left me for someone more perfect. Even my son doesn't love me, and I don't even know how to talk to him, because I'm always busy with work. One day the specialist told them the family taking care of Lucy is now thinking of officially adopting her, and the Child Services Department supports their request. The lawyer tells Sam, "We can let the family complete their request. Then we can arrange visits and more visitation rights than the court decided." And indeed, the new family adopts Lucy on their way home. Randy, who adopted Lucy, they were surprised to find Sam waiting outside. And when Lucy asked him what he was doing here, he told her, "I moved here to be close to you." Randy told her, "You need to stop showing up in front of her. We need to talk together and see what's best for the child." At night, Lucy couldn't sleep, so she climbed out the window and went to her dad after she fell asleep. He carried her back and told them she couldn't sleep, so she came to me when she tries to sleep, rub her stomach and tell her a story, and she will sleep well the next night. Lucy sneaks out to go to her dad. Randy calls out to her, saying, "I made us a snack. Come eat it, and let's talk." And she tells her, "Don't think that I want to keep you away from your dad, but when you go to him, let me know after they talked a bit." Lucy fell asleep. Randy carried her and went to Sam, telling him when she fell asleep, "I carried her and was going to take her to her room. I mean the room we set up for her, Sam. When I told the judge that she provided her with more love than you could, I was lying. Let Lucy stay with you. And I will correct my statement to the judge book. Me a spot next to you in court, Sam." Sam tells her, "Can I tell you a secret, Randy? But don't tell the judge," she said. "Okay, yes." He told her, "I wasn't sad, because I wanted Lucy to have a mom like her friends. Promise me you will help me." She told him, "I promise," and indeed, Lucy returns to her dad, and their lives become happy again, after they realize that no one can replace a father. No one will love you unconditionally, except your father. And that's how our movie ends today. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and activate the bell so you get all the Flash film recaps.
Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. This helps us to continue. Our content is diverse and suitable for all categories.